Salutations. My name is Michael J. Turner. I am the SouthWst Shaman, and I'm here to bring you light and sound and love. StereoPHX 888, abstract personal development, raising the vibration in ways you may not have considered or understand, or basically I've devised my own methods of healing myself as the SouthWst Shaman. Right now, I'm recording this message as a tool for you to uplift yourself when you need to seek counsel. My presence, wherever I'm at, brings upgrades to whoever I'm in contact with, whether it be virtually, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, anything. Sometimes at the detriment of my own, but my entire life has been a learning experience, giving me the tools to heal myself. I'm going through various situations and circumstances that are somewhat they're essentially they're like old vibrations coming in slightly different ways, but not anything that's too different that I am not prepared to meet these things. And over the last month or so, man, I know everything happens for me. I know that there's essentially, it's like my old vibration. This is what this video was about, okay? This video was about recognizing my old vibration, my old frequency, and being able to do that, and then responding properly and how I'm doing that. So I used to partake in, well, I was involved in toxic relationships for years. My anger reaction, fueled by substances and a lack of emotional intelligence, was my contribution to the non-success of those relationships. Now, of course, it takes both people now, but the key, but what I'm stressing here is that if I'm not a victim of it, and there are no victims, let me remind you that there's only players, no victims. I can only look at myself, because I'm the only thing I can control in those situations. So if I was going back for more punishment, more being upset and more feeling hurt and all that, who's that really on? It's on me. Okay. The rest of it, maybe I was manipulated, maybe whatever. Well, what do you do if you recognize these things? Do you keep going back for more? You know, the ultimate lesson is, it's not a bad thing to put number one as number one. Put yourself first, because what I did over the last month or so was, I poured my all into another individual without them necessarily asking. Now, maybe they set the stage, set the tone for that, because initially I was very protective of my energy, knowing the potentiality for me to go full bore as an addict, as whatever, and get swept away in love. Thinking that I recognized a person that I would receive it back based on what I had seen initially. Over time, it just became quite apparent that not only did we not share necessarily the same interests, But there was a complete false narrative that was presented. And like the goals, I don't know. I just know that for me, I realized that who wouldn't accept someone pouring themselves into, like, the gifts, the support, everything, the good energy. Who wouldn't accept that if it was being given? But the thing is what, not everybody would try to take advantage of that and then discard it or treat it poorly. That's what this entire experience has been for me, to be able to recognize these things, recognize what I don't want, and be able to prioritize my goals and my boundaries and these things in a way that I never have. Right. So then, the other thing, I suppose, what's really going on, besides the normal day-to-day, whatever's, is I got the legal battles. Legal things going on. What's funny is I see it as so artificial now. It's I from a higher perspective, I now view these things as so artificial that these walls will fall. There will be, I will have favor. I will get favor in the decision that's made, and however that plays out, I'm prepared to alchemize that. I am prepared completely to alchemize whatever that is, because I have the power to. But I spoke with someone this morning, and I was kind of describing these things to them, and they reminded me, like, well, okay, so in the meantime, there's no point in deciding that there's only two paths. There's an infinite number of possibilities as far as the way this could play out. So let's go ahead and focus on a specific one that includes, what if they don't convict you of all these things? What if the case gets completely thrown out? Let's ask that question every day to myself. What if the whole case gets thrown out? What if the whole case gets thrown out? Well, in that case, I'll still be getting off probation this year. In that case, I'll never have, in that case, the whole thing will go away, and I'll be able to continue on my path, and potentially execute. Well, if that's the case, if that happens, this whole circumstance will be part of what cleanses my life of the energy that tried to enter it recently, which was a completely, like, back to that, it was just like a soul ciphering energy, and I realized that, it's on me to protect myself, but, like, they're going through a number of tower moments, as in things are falling, but their attitude towards it is the victim mentality, and just so negative that it's even a little much for me to combat with my positivity. Like, they'd rather sit in that, and I think they'd rather enjoy it, or I don't really know. I've gone through my fair share of tower moments. I mean, I'm going through one right now, but, like, the thing is I feel good about it. I'm happy for it. I feel happy. This is the technique I'm trying to apply, y'all. Everything I think about, I should feel good about. And if I don't, that's indicative of me being on the wrong path. So check out this this charm or this pendant I made, and it's gonna sit a little crooked, but you know, I think that's probably how it needs to be. It's a combination of a number of different things I had in my box. There is a stone on there. Actually, it's a silver. I mean, some of it's not. Some of it's stainless steel. But yo, what y'all think, man? Should fly or what? Is it different? It's different, huh? It's cool. And actually, it could hang either way, because there's a spot right here for it hold there too, so I could hang it either way, upside down, inside out, or it could even on 2 rings and have it hang it this way. Huh? Damn, Gina. All right. You know, where focus goes, energy flows. So I'm definitely using these videos to process these things. This is part of the abstract personal development process. I'm just, and here's a prompt to use in the daily. Like I said, what if my whole case gets thrown out? I like the idea of my whole case being thrown out and everything being discontinued in court. I like that idea. Those 2 prompts, right? Those 2 prompts are the ones to get the imagination going, starting to imagine what it's like. And I've been led to cultivate, to establish and cultivate my imagination. This is what I'm being reminded that it's the tool that the world stifles. It's the tool that we come to think is not a tool. I'm a creative. I'm a creator. I create whatever. I mean, give me the idea and I could just go ahead and do it. So I don't know why I haven't bust that out onto a bigger scale. What else? What else, man? StereoPHX 888, man. This year, we're about to take it there, because I got nothing but that positive energy and that information for you that, like, I'm using for my own healing and my own ascension. Therefore, the proof of its validity is there, because where I've been, my experience, I've got stories, and I need to start I'm gonna start putting these stories out there, because I've got some stories, y'all. It's like I ran towards self-destruction ever since I was 19, when I got shot in the face. I ran towards self-destruction, but I haven't died, and there's a reason for that. And I realized I was on a shamanic path, or rather, I was suffering from shamanic illness, which is when things keep happening to redirect, you know, an individual onto a specific path, and as long as you continue to ignore them, it will continue potentially getting worse and worse. And the last thing that happened was I ran into a guardrail asleep on the freeway by myself, just me, you know, driving along. I ran into one, bounced off it, and then ran like through another one. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put out a short, or start putting out some videos about some of these type of experiences. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned, like and subscribe. SouthWst Shaman, Michael J, StereoPHX 888, Abstract Personal Development, y'all.